the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see Cole Kmet. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Bears and the Saints, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here come the Saints to take over for the first time. And here's the new man under center after 9 seasons as a Raider. Derek Carr is the guy.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Now motion left with Mooney. They begin the drive with Williams. Able to power through. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. This defense for the Bears, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. That's going to be caught downfield by Mooney. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Second and 7. Carr now to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Carr. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Darnell Mooney, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team, because we talk about complimentary football all the time. So they now signal to the defense, now signal to the kicking game. Hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
Will Lutz on for the point after. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And finishing it all off was Darnell Mooney with a touchdown reception. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here come the Bears to take over on offense behind their 3rd-year quarterback, former Ohio State Buckeye Justin Fields.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. He's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
On plan, there are 9 categories. Player, there are 9. Formation, concept, screen pass, play action, key pass, medium pass, quick pass, option, run. Inside, zone split WK.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
Divide. There are 10 categories. You have 3 options.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now it's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 37 yards.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
Entering play call, divide, there are switch. Concept, formation, player, there are Chrysalov, spacing, and around led.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Fields. To him back at the 40. Colin Saunders collapses the pocket and drops it for a loss of 3.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Here's Fields now on 2nd down. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And you look at the Saints defense. This crew against the pass issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
It's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL. But it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Entering play call, divide, concept, error, medium, quick pass, arch, run. Inside zone split WK, AHD/FK and yard. Power. AHD power O.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And how he got away from that first tackler, no idea, but he did, and it winds up with positive yardage.
Entering play call,
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Pass. Play action pass, keep pass, divide. There are 10 categories.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap, Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Jonathan Mingo from 6 yards away. And the Bears are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. And the QB rating right now is sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. But I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
Selected.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff, kick left is selected.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start. Is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. You look at this Bears defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the number 1 overall offense in the league.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Jalen Carter, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here.
Play call,
oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
There are 7 categories.
Here is third and quite a ways. To throw his car. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on it.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you've got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. Pad attempt is selected.
Santos now to add the PAT. And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on.
Special teams, you have 6 options. Kickoff kick left is selected.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. Here's Carr. In trouble, and he's taken down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 36. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go. We've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
Hurry up.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It was Jalen Smith who worked through to make that stop.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw, Fields. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Mills. For verticals. Flood.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Here's Fields. To the sideline and incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from the defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Deep for New Orleans is Rashid Shaheed. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The New Orleans offense set to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalposts, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, it's Carr. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First grab for Thomas. It's good for a 1st down as well. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Second and 9. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Here's 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Carr. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Blake Gillikin now. And this will be taken at the 13. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well.
Medium pass. Smash there. Putty corner strike. Putty corner.
Here we go.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Off play action. Fields. He'll fire deep, looking for more. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff keep left selected.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt.
Play call,
and now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Oh, that's a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick the block is fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
What's up?
Carr going to throw. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there. Tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Carr to throw. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. It seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Muscles him off. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Categories.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Zone split W power. AHD power O. 26-0.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Divide. There are 10 categories.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 9.
Divide is selected.
To throw is Fields.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Call that a gain of 38. A big march forward on the 3rd down conversion.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked. And there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
Entering play call, divide, concept, there, medium, quick pass, opt, run. Inside zone, power. AH, power O. 26-0.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Foreman takes it, headed right.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
AH wing. AH close flex. AH BWK toss. Flanker drive.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Now a handoff running through the middle. Touchdown, Chicago!
Treston Ebner with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to add on to that lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Now the point after try for Santos. And oh, can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff kick left is selected.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yes, you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Mooney, the motion man right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
What now?
Carr to throw on 2nd down. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And they work this well upfield across the 45. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On play action, now Carr. That is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball.
Entering
but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space. Couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. He gets it to Thomas. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Carr again. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
There are 7 categories.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route. But he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
Out of the pistol, here's Williams. Brian Burns, the one to bring him down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 5. Again, it's Williams. 41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
On play action, it's Carr. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
On second down, Williams. And he stopped immediately there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
When trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that will be incomplete. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes. Does that throw a ride? Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
So Carr will exit stage right and on his Lutz for the Saints field goal.
On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And that flag accepted.
Automatic first down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
The roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
And they'll fake the jet sweep, and instead give up the middle to Williams.
And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles, rolling the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense, because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. You might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Carr now to throw. Caught right side. It's Lewis. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
Entering
and that's good for a gain of 6. 3rd and 7 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here comes 3rd down at 7.
29.
Carr. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. 10 yards on the touchdown pass.
And the Saints get a bit closer. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on it next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and threw it his way. What a big-time play right there, both by the quarterback trusting it and by him going up and getting it.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So that drive spans 13 plays.
And it's Michael Thomas who ends it with a touchdown reception.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. And they finally got to him at the 2-yard line. Almost coast to coast. What a great return. They'll be set up beautifully.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward?
Entering play call formation. I form. AH close, curls. AH wing. AHD ISO. X slant.
How about this starting field position? First and goal from 2 yards out.
Oh, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
Foreman will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. Gun plan. There are 9. Player. There are 9. Formation. There are concept. Screen pass. Play action. Keep pass. Divide. There are 10
Matty
categories.
is going to keep his offense on the field. They're going for 2. Fields trying to throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here comes Michael Thomas and the rest of the Saints offense. Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, your former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with a touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off. So you feel that at the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other guys can make those sort of players. So let's make sure that we don't let him get going again.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
There are 7 categories.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And out will come the offense as they take over.
DJ Moore headed back out as the Bears take over on possession.
He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him. They haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing, because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
And this is not the guy you want to let play pitch and catch.
Fields throw complete here on target to Tunyon.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right of the yard.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
HP dive.
From the 41, this is second and a yard.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Entering play call.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Option, run. Inside zone, there are zone split WK. HD/FK and yard.
Here we go.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And he will have the Bears first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
Entering
this offense, number 1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
Excellent.
Here we go, Scott. Hurry up, hurry up. Right.
They run it on first with Foreman.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
I form. Curls.
Here's second and 10.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut.
And he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Fields.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. DJ Moore with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game.
And the Bears are able to widen their lead here in this first half. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. Well, let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
And He missed it again. The 4th time now in this game alone, and that has to be great cause for concern over on that sideline.
Kickoff Keith left selected.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The New Orleans offense set to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete there to Thomas. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 2.
Now a play fake. Carr. He's got Lewis. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
2nd down and 8.
To throw his Carr.
Locates Mooney on the out route.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
Entering
so he stopped
play
for
call,
no gain.
And 3rd and 8 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Carr. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Tyreek Stevenson picks it off.
And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
There are 9 categories. There are 10 subcategories. Option is set to divide 3 plays. You have 7 options. Keep passes selected. Divide. There are 10 categories. You have 3 options.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here's Fields.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Entering play call,
offensively,
divide.
that's the
There are 10
mismatch that you want.
categories.
You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your
selected.
back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now it's Fields. Throw left side, pulled in by Mingo.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
Entering play call.
Catch number 44 on the year. It's a first down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
On first down, Fields.
Shoves him a touchdown, Bears. Cole Kmet, 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Bears have got it on cruise control. Boy, I mean, at this point, what more do we say here? I got nothing.
And, you know, so many people talk all the time about having announcer-less games, and they want that. This could be a candidate for it, because if we stay here and do this, we're going to have a lot to fill in the second half.
There's still another half?
Entering play call. Coach suggestions.
Santos now to
there are
add
9
the PAT.
categories. You have 15 options. Pad attempt is selected.
And the route is on here in this first half. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it was all capped off by Cole Kmet with a touchdown
Entering
catch.
play call. Special teams. You have 6 options. Entering inst called shallow super sim stats pop-up player stats game stats. Entering screen total offense home 140 score home 14 away 46. Entering play call special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff keep left is selected.
Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch
Entering
more important,
play
trying
call,
to erase the
coach
memory of that
suggestions.
interception they
There are
had the
7
last time out.
categories.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no
Entering
gain.
play call, coach
And as a defensive
suggestions.
end,
There
getting
are
off the
7
ball quickly,
categories.
swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Williams going to get it again on second down.
And he's got room.
And this will wind up as Saints first down as he gets it up past the 35.
Good
Entering
push up
play
front
call,
and that run in
coach
between the
suggestions.
tackles.
There
Let's
are
play the
7
leverage game here.
categories.
Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
White down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
A misconnection there.
Entering
He's hit on
play
just
call,
50% of his
coach
passes thus
suggestions. There
far.
are 7
That's not where you want to be.
categories.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Carr. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Yannick Ngakoue. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fielded at about the 28.
Entering play
we remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action.
Passes, divide. There are 10 categories. You have 3 options. Scheme divide is selected.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out.
Ball start. Offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Now Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. That's to Moore, and he's got it. Touchdown, Bears.
A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Bears are pouring it on.
So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon.
Run. Screen pass. Play action pass. Keep pass. Divide. There are 10 categories.
Matt Eberflus going to keep his offense on the field. They're going for 2.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff, keep left is selected.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
On first down, Carr.
That's complete to Mooney.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On second down, here's Carr. Over the middle, into the hands of Michael Thomas. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. And they're going to speed things up here. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Carr again.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. From midfield, here's Carr.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker.
And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score.
Entering play call, coach suggestions.
Now
there
the
are
point
9
after try for Santos.
We have 15 options. That attempt is selected.
And the route is on here in this first half. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff kick left is selected.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
And the Saints going to go on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Now Carr to try again after the pick 6. He gets this one complete to Tre'Quan Smith. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action, now it's Carr.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick six.
There are 7
Here,
categories.
he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Again, it's Carr. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. The final shot here before half for Carr. Looking long for Thomas. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon. Thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. Next, we head down to Houston to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Bucs locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Marquise Goodwin, a touchdown reception. We got an excellent first half from the dynamic quarterback, Justin Fields. He's over 300 yards passing already as he's looking to possibly put his name in the record book. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And the half will begin with a touchback. There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
Play call,
I think right now
there are 9
they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Fields on first down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Here's Fields now on second down. It got his man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 36 yards on the play.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
Entering play call, divide. There are 10 categories. You have 3 options. Seam divide. Concept. Medium pass. Quick pass. Option. Run. Inside. Zone split WK.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And ultimately, this won't go for much, maybe a couple, but boy, he showed off that make-you-miss ability that certainly is in his arsenal.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Zone split WK. Concept screen pass. Play action pass. Keep pass. Divide. There are 10 categories. You have 3 options.
So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 8. Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
10 categories.
Oftentimes when you lose in a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Pass. Gun plan. There are 9. Player. There are 9 cap. Formation. Concept. Medium pass. Quick pass. Option. Run. Screen pass. Play action pass. Do.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They snap it to Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Entering play
a gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
There. Hail Mary. Goal line. Gun. Weak. I form. AH close off. There are AH wing.
Now a give to Foreman. Down to the 25. Demario Davis there on the stop.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Flanker drive. HBWK toss.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 9. To throw is Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I have a few questions about that throw because to me there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker being all over that one and knocking it away.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Now it's Fields. Throw left side, pulled in by Mingo. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
So the completion results there in 9
Entering
yards.
play call.
And that'll bring up fourth down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Divide. There are 10 categories. You have 3
Matt
options.
Eberflus is going to take a risk here on fourth down. He is going to go for it. Here's Fields. Open man, he finds Komet. Touchdown, Chicago.
A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. Pad attempt is selected.
Santos now to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A 10-play drive that time.
And it was all capped off by Cole Kmet with a touchdown catch.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
There are 7 categories.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line. On play action, they'll throw.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Entering play call.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
7 categories.
A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
At the 45-yard line.
2nd and 6.
Carr now to throw.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Now Carr.
Completes a Mooney on the slant.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And they will remain well behind.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
Concept. There are 9 categories. There are 10 subcategories. Option is set to divide free plays. You have 7 options. Keep pass is selected. Divide. There are 10 categories. You have 3 options. Scheme divide is selected.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. On first down, it's Fields. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 35. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
Entering play call, divide, there, concept, there, play action pass, keep pass, medium pass, quick pass, option, run. Inside, zone split WK.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Showing off the quick feet that time and getting forward for a pickup of 3 yards.
Entering play call,
the big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
AHB/FK and yard.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but look better on that play.
Sing, I form. AH close off, AH wing. AHB ISO.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting
Entering
rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Now Fields. That's to Moore, and he's got it. Touchdown Bears. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Bears have opened the lead up to 60.
Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are
Now
9
the point after try
categories.
for Santos.
We have 15 options. That attempt is selected.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Darnell Mooney and the rest of this offense ready to go again.
Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp.
A run for Kamara on first down, but the running room closes up quickly as he's only able to get a yard there.
Entering play call,
that felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Shotgun now for Carr. On the check down, he finds Kamara. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now Carr. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Time is crucial in any route thrown. But when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
So much of his game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Carr.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here. And as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This is taken at about the 14. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return.
DJ Moore headed back out as the Bears take over on possession.
What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdowns.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way.
On first down, Fields. He lets it go deep for Olave.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here to Komet.
He'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
There are 10 categories. You have 3 options. Scene divide is selected.
Back to throw, Fields. That pass complete to Moore.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like 2 excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
Entering play call, divide. There are 10 categories.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Throwing again is Fields. That's to Moore, and he's got it. Touchdown, Bears.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Bears get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. It makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff kick left is selected.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
A good effort there from Zach Pickens to get home and hand them a loss.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. A nice little juke. And he works free. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the 1st down.
On play action, it's Carr. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Nolan Smith in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Carr to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Entering play call.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Carr. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he fields it cleanly. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. And he is just 1 reception away from 10 in this game. I don't know what they need to do defensively, but something has to be altered, does it not?
I know that whenever we tried to cover a person who's having a game like this, you're trying to vary what you're doing, trying to change things up, hoping to fool him occasionally. If not fool him, fool the quarterback so that maybe he doesn't read the coverage correctly. Right now, though, they're in pretty good sync.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Second and 10, Fields again. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
What a game he's having. They've not been able to stop him or even slow him down. He's got 2 touchdowns already. That could have been a 3rd. He's got the secondary coach asking people for answers. Can you help me out? Because we are not slowing him down.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Fields. And again back to Kmet. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jonathan Mingo with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are
Santos
9
now to add the
categories. We have
PAT.
15 options. That attempt is selected.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So that drive, 4 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Entering play call.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Jalen Carter working his way back behind the line of scrimmage and dropping him for a loss.
7 categories.
To throw his car. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Carr going to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return, and the Bears take over. The Chicago offense set to get started. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Give him 32 on the play. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all.
Entering play call, divide. There are 10 categories.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Entering play call, divide. There are 10 cons, medium pass, quick pass, option, run. Inside zones, AHB/FK and ARD.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Treston Ebner, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. That attempt is selected.
Now the point after try for Santos. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff kick left is selected.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over.
Entering play call,
and you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete to Mooney. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards for number 11. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Carr now to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Entering play call.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Again, it's Carr.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, then they might get hit with a screen. Maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards.
DJ Moore headed back out as the Bears take over on possession.
He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead.
One of the guys that's being featured in this game and making sure that he's targeted because they do trust him with the ball. That's why they go back to him time and time again.
There are 10 categories. You have 3
Fields
options.
and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line.
Fields now to throw. Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
A huge play there for Chicago. 46 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Entering play call, divide. There are 10 categories. You have 3 options.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Now it's Fields.
Throw left side complete. That's Moore. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
Entering play call, divide. There are 10 categories. You have 3 options. Scheme divide is selected.
Now Fields. That's to Moore, and he's got it. Touchdown Bears.
The 3-yard touchdown pass.
And the Bears continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, gotta give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just
Entering
add on to
play
that
call,
big lead.
Special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff kick left is selected. Entering Fran. Coaching. Opt. Quick game is resume. Instant replay. Call timeout is challenge play is super sim is select stats. Pop-up menu. You have player stat. Game stats. Entering screen. Total offense home 252 away 815. Score home 14 away 103. Total offense rushing yards home passing yard rushing yards home 68 away 56. Passing yard first downs PR yard KR yard total yard, turnovers 3rd down C 2 points red zone penalties possession time home 22-39 away 26-11. Enter coaching stats. Pop-up menu. Player stats. Entering screen. Player name J Field. QB rating 158.3. Completions 31. Attempts 39. Passing yards 767. Completion percentage 79. Passing touchdowns 10. Interceptions 0. Entering coaching options. Coaching. Stats. Coaching. Pop-up menu. Medical center. Depth chart is selected. Entering. Slot 2. Slot 1. Player name J. Fields. Player name T. Bagent. AHB selected. Slot 2. Slot 1. Player name T. Edner. Player name D. Foreman. FB selected. WR. Player name Deemware. Player name Sealov. Player name Deemware. Player name Jamingo. Player name Deemware. Slot 3. Slot 4. Slot 3. Player name Deemware. Player name T. Scott. Slot 5. Player name B. Jones Jr. Player name Deemware. Player name B. Jones Jr. You have entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff kick left is selected.
Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Carr going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if your team has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Carr. And this one complete to Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good for the Saints, 1st down.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a...
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball. But for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
To divide 3 plays, you have 7 options. Keep pass is selected. Divide. There are 10 categories. You have 3 options. Scheme divide is selected.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 64 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Entering play call.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. He'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Play. Concept, there are play type, there are 9 categories. Personnel, favorites, recent, there are coach suggestions, gun plan, there are 9. Player, there are 9 categories, you have 7 options. Formation, there are 9 concept, medium, quick, opt, run. In, zone split WK.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
26 duo. HP power O. 26 duo.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. On the handoff, here's Foreman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
I form. AH close, AH wing.
This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. Trying to run with Foreman. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. 3 straight runs now, and that defense is held.
Yeah, we often talk about how the low man wins, right? Who wins leverage at the line of scrimmage. But it's not just that leverage. It's leverage with power. Who takes the line of scrimmage and moves it one way or the other? Right now I can imagine the defense yelling at the offense, hey guys, if I were you, I'd kick it. You're not getting in.
Screen pass, play action pass, keep pass. Divide. There are 10 categories.
The offense stays out there.
Divide is selected.
A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Now back to throw. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Saints will have the football back. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear a peep of protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Now Carr.
Screenplay set up for Williams.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Carr. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Yannick Ngakoue able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Carr. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Carr. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The sack there by Rasheem Green.
Talk about two sides of the ball across purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front seven, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline,
play action pass,
some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe
pass,
a few of them, hey, we're up 50.
Medium pass,
why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Entering
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory.
Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Zone split WK.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 4.
Foreman powering ahead.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
There are 9 categories. You have 12 options.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Punt is selected.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And now the Saints get set to trot out there.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Burns able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told.
Well, it's an old chestnut, but let's face it, offensively, they've got to have some pride here because this has been a worst-case scenario all game for them. Keep putting in the effort. Keep trying to keep your quarterback upright and get through the end of this one as quickly as possible.
Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for him, but after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. And he can't get away. Carr is going to go down, and that is a safety.
Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does them in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 3 options. Return left is selected.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. Jones on the return.
The Bears now ready to take over again. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. This has kind of gone past that word. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game, well decided a long time ago.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. A gain of 3, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Second and 7, operating from the 34.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Chicago, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.